And now for the exponents of the new sound. The Big Eye presents for his final performance the man who's found some strange and exciting ways to wander from the tonic to the dominant chord in the company of minor sevenths, Martin Swift. Take 5. Peter Gunn?
That's right.
My name's Lodi.
First or last name?
The world's too complicated already. One name's enough for anybody. You happen to know the late Mr. Swift?
No.
He had a good sound, all right, but most of us never dug him personally.
Then why the send-off?
His union dues was paid up, and he wanted it and had it coming to him. Hear a lot about you down in my place. You kind of got a nice feeling for people.
Some people.
Yeah. You happen to know a swinging vibe man by the name of Streetcar Jones?
No.
Law thinks that he murdered Marty Swift.
Did he?
Thought you'd like to answer that question yourself. Up to now, the city ain't made much bread, but when the spots open tonight, we'll get better action. Mr. Gunn, you're going to find out that Streetcar had a good reason to slip it to Marty Swift. You're going to find out also that the most of us did too.
How was the funeral?
I didn't get past the wake. What about Streetcar Jones?
What about him?
In your mind, he's guilty?
You want to change my mind?
Why not?
He did everything but put it in neon how someday he was going to kill Swift.
Motive?
From the size of that knife, he must have had a good one. He was seen hanging around in the alley outside the Big Eye just before Swift was killed. Come on.
I'd like to see him.
Sure, why not? You'll make number 2 for the day.
Who was number 1?
His attorney, Gerald Norris. Somebody must be spreading a lot of juice around. A lawyer like Norris doesn't come $1 a pound. Pass Mr. Gunn to see Streetcar Jones. How did he ever get a name like Streetcar?
The way I hear it, when he plays, all you've got to do is get on and ride. Streetcar?
Yeah?
My name's Peter Gunn.
Wild sounds, huh? Ooh. But like I got a problem. How do I take these swinging bars with me?
The problem's where you're going.
Man, like that's no problem. I go where it swings. Or it swings where I go. I'm not sure.
Lodi sent me.
Crazy.
I'm supposed to see what I can do about getting you out of here.
Yeah. It could be a drag. Lodi?
Yeah.
There's a cool old cat. Swings way back. Oliver, Bichet, Ori, wild sounds. You dig Lodi?
Yeah. You dig murder?
No.
Did you kill Martin Swift?
Man, if I don't dig something, I don't make it. Swift bugged me, but like I could turn him off. I don't have to kill him.
Did you ever say you wanted to kill him?
No, I said eliminate. Like not what the good Lord set down, what the man was. Just turn him off. Like he was the worst.
Why?
Like I don't know why. But when a cat don't have it, and he makes it with somebody else's talent, that's the worst.
I'm sorry, I don't think I quite understand.
Semantics. Sometimes words are a drag. Like I'll try to make it so you understand. You know what's with jazz? It's basic, like the most. A lot of cats, musicians, get with it up to a point, but they never really dig it. Understand.
Well, you don't have to make it too simple.
Crazy. Because understand doesn't cover it. Dig is the only way I know how to say it. It's more than up here. Lodi digs. I think I do. Swift had a style, technique, but he wasn't creative. He could never dig the original sounds. That's why he stole them.
Stole what?
Sounds, music, riffs. Maybe a guy's got a right to pick a pocket or steal a safe. I make no judgments. But swing with somebody else's talent? And that's what Swift did. My music. Lodi's music. Anybody who had it.
That's pretty far out.
For who?
Well, my first consideration would be the police.
Well, like we all got our problems.
Yeah. I'll see what I can do.
It's been a pleasure.
Glad you're enjoying yourself.
Why not?
Well, 6 nights a week at Mother's.
I sing. I don't run an elevator. I'm having a ball. I'd rather do this than just about anything else.
Oh, you would, huh?
It's Peter Gunn.
You Mr. Peter Gunn?
That's right.
My name is Gerald Morris. This is my daughter, Sally.
How do you do? This is Miss Hart.
I understand we're representing the same client, Mr. Gunn.
So I've heard.
This is hardly the place for business, Father. Oh, Miss Hart, would you mind terribly if I asked Mr. Gunn to dance?
How'd you like to step outside?
Don't you think we better go?
Mr. Gunn?
Excuse us.
May I?
Sure.
I could say a penny for your thoughts, but why waste the money?
Clairvoyant, Miss Norris?
I'm the daughter of a man with a very analytical mind, like yours. You're thinking adjectives like rich, spoiled, stubborn, and you're wondering how I happen to be on such influential terms with a man like Lodi.
You did save your money. You're right.
So are you. I'm rich, spoiled, stubborn. And as for my influence with Lodi, that comes from being what is known as a patron of jazz. That means I contribute rather handsomely, whenever and wherever I can.
Including your father's services?
The lesser of my accomplishments, He comes rather high on the open market.
Do you know Streetcar Jones?
I know his music. That's enough for me. How about you?
Now, the only music I've ever heard him play was on the bars in his cell.
You should hear his records.
I'll buy some.
They're only in private collections, like mine. Any night this week, Mr. Gunn. Call will only cost you a dime.
All right. Go home, people. Lodi's beat out to the bone. Came because you got questions, Mr. Gunn?
Yeah. What do you know about the murdered man?
Oh, he played way out there when it come to stuff he'd heard played before. But our kind of music ain't what a man's heard played before. It hammers at your brain. It screams and wails till you just can't hold it no more. It comes from your man's soul. Marty Swift never had no soul.
You mean he stole musical ideas from other musicians?
That's what it was. He just was frantic for to make the scene. Too frantic.
That's what Streetcar said.
Now, Mr. Gunn's wondering if Streetcar didn't kill him. Maybe some other musician did.
All right. Let's say I'm wondering.
I know 'em all. I know every cat from New Orleans to Chicago, from Los Angeles to the Village. I know who they are, where they go, and what they do. I know even if they kill. Somebody in that day world out there had this case of hurt feelings against Marty Swift. Oh, but you won't find that out for yourself. Maybe that's why you're good.
Thanks, Lodi. I guess that's all for now.
Mr. Gunn, there's something else you ought to know.
What?
Remember the night at Marty Swift's wake, how they played sad songs, yet it had a beat?
Yeah, I remember.
That's that soul music I was telling you about. All that week, up the street, there was playing sad songs from Marty Swift, and he wasn't even dead yet.
So?
Playing sad songs again.
For whom, Lodi?
I don't know. Maybe it's for you, Mr. Gunn.
You scrambled some eggs. For a lawyer, you keep pretty late hours.
I'd like to talk to you.
Now, look, Mr. Norris, I only danced with your daughter.
This has nothing to do with my daughter. I was rather surprised to discover that you'd been hired to assist in the Jones case. Well, in 32 years of practicing law, I've tried quite a number of murder cases.
Yes, I'm familiar with your record.
Maybe you know that not even once have I tried to use outside help.
Meaning you want me to back off?
In the interest of our mutual client.
Mr. Norris, I've discovered one thing. the victim was only a salaried musician. But he's been talking up his future like he discovered a money tree.
So?
So maybe he's been stealing something other than musical ideas.
For instance?
Skeletons.
Skeletons?
Yeah, you know. The kind families keep hanging around in closets. Good night, Mr. Norris.
You still haven't given me an answer.
Sure I have.
Hey, got a light?
Do you really want one?
Not especially.
What do you want?
Let's take a walk.
Hi.
Edie, hello, Mother. Barney?
Why, are you on duty?
Yeah, but I'll have some coffee if it isn't too much of a strain.
Oh, it's no strain at all. I'll have a cup too, Barney.
Are you sure it's the same person? Yeah. Well, thanks, Charlie. Sure it'll help. Bye. Hey, Mother, where's the phone book?
Ah, some joker pulled it off the wall last night.
Here it is. Thanks, Barney.
It's getting so an honest citizen can't walk the streets anymore. Did you get away with anything?
No, I've still got everything, only they rearranged it a little bit.
Looks like a nice professional job.
Thanks.
Thanks. Do you know them?
No, but I'll catch up.
How about a description anyway? Just for the sheer joy of it.
Tall, dark hats, nasty dispositions.
That makes it easy.
He'll be around again. Goodbye, you beautiful doll.
Did I tell you I loved you?
Yeah, but I don't believe it.
Eat your heart out.
Anybody I know?
There's Nordstrom, Narek.
Norris.
There's a whole page of Norris's.
There's only one Sally.
I'm glad you called.
Thought maybe you'd like to listen to some music.
I always like to listen to music. But I thought we were going to play records.
Understand from Lodi, you're one of his best customers.
Oh, I contribute to the kitty now and then.
He tells me it's something like 2 or 3 times a week.
What's on your mind, Pete?
Patrons of jazz, I'm very happy to bring you tonight a real surprise. A man that's never set out of this world because he's seldom in it. If you like music, you know him. Streetcar Jones.
quite a surprise.
Hmm? He's a free man now. New evidence.
Really?
Want me to tell you about it?
Well, isn't that why you called?
If Streetcar didn't kill Swift, whoever did was so familiar around here they could wander. No one would pay any attention.
That sounds reasonable.
I've been doing some checking on Swift. Every job. All the way back to Buffalo 3 years ago. Interesting thing happened in Buffalo 3 years ago. Well-known sax player was killed by his wife. Socially prominent young lady whose father was a highly respected member of the legal profession. He got her off on self-defense.
There was never any question.
Only because there was a witness. Martin Swift.
He told the truth.
Did he? Your bank account's been checked. In the past 3 years, you've paid Swift something over $100,000. Personally, I think blackmail's about the dirtiest racket there is. Next to murder.
You think it'll stand up in court?
I think so.
I've got a pretty good lawyer.
I hope his heart's in his work. For your sake.
I told them not to touch your face. I was hoping you could be persuaded to get your kick some other way.
You'll forgive me if I don't thank you.
You're forgiven. I believe you've met the full. If I were you, I'd just go along quietly.